Session. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Think about it, radio. Shelton J, Brandon White, and Rap Session episode. Dude, man, it is all good, man. My man, 50 Grand is up in the place, in the building. It is what
Right
Monday
on.
in the city. Let's get it, man. How you doing,
You're
my
the
brother?
sweetheart.
Rap
Use your
Session.
imagination.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
all right.
Oh, man, it's all good, bro. It's been a hot minute. But yeah, we back. You know, we always stay connected anyway, regardless. So, as we always do it this time, bro. You know how we do
always
it.
do it by this time, man.
Catch right
man.
in.
Oh man, this is fun, man. I mean, this is awesome though, man, because it's something that we always talk about though, man. I mean, I love just having this great conversation, pontificating, if you will, but especially with a hometown man. Shout out Crockett, Texas, man. All
That's right.
Man, the kinfolk down, Shelton, man, passed away. Y'all stay strong down there, man. Y'all stay strong, man. I just want.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Condolences for sure, man. Condolences for sure. Man,
Yeah.
Definitely stay strong.
Man, wow.
Strong.
Yeah, condolences. I didn't know that. That he passed away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. It's, everybody stay strong. That's all I continue to say, man. Just
That's
stay
right.
strong, man. We still here. And let that legacy live on. Whatever you planted inside you, let it grow. Let it grow.
Right on.
Let it grow, man. Man, let the people know, man, how to get a hold of you, man, what you've been up to a little bit, my brother. Then we get into some of these various topics on rap sessions.
Yes, sir. Man, you can get a hold of me on Facebook. I'm Shelton's friend, Brandon Whiting. Or you can get a hold of me through the email, BrandonWhiten2020 @gmail.com. All right. So yeah, basically, man, I just been doing a few things here and there. I got a few things planned. I did I'm trying to hit some more schools. I was also on this radio show not too long ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
Talking about my CD. I'm sure you've seen that. So someone else seen it, an educator seen it from Austin, and she wanna do an interview with me. I also was in the National League Defender Association. They have a newsletter where they help and fight for those who are incarcerated in prison, whether unjustly or they're just trying to help them, like a social reform type of thing. Shout out to my friend Regina Kelly. I think I mentioned her to you before. She was wrongly convicted, and she have a movie about her. And so it was her, like, trying to plug me in, tell my story. So, yeah, it's a nice piece, Sheldon. I had to send it to you.
Yeah, please
Get
do,
an article on me about that. Yeah. So, besides that, I'm basically waiting for my book to finish with the editing, since I already dropped the CD. Hey, man, anybody still want to get that CD, hit me up, man. So, that's all I'm doing now. Just continuing in that path, man. Just striving and speaking. So that's pretty much where I'm at.
Well, congratulations
Yes,
on all your stuff, man. You're doing all the moves you're making out here, my brother, man.
Yes,
I wish you nothing but success, man. Nothing but success.
Man, appreciate it. You too, bro. Yeah,
thank
still
you. Thank
see
you.
you doing your thing. So, me and Sheldon always talk anyway. So it's just a matter of us getting back in the saddle. So.
Yeah, man. We'll say hee-haw, man. It's all
Hee-haw.
good, brother. It is all gravy, man.
Already.
We're going to hit on some various topics, man, we talk about, man.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the things, man, that's on your mind? Like what's going on right now in the news, in the world? It's like, man, wow, man. That's kind of interesting,
Yeah.
I will let you say, man, like what's some of the things, man, you're like just one of the things right now. We'll tackle one at a time, like that you can think about what's going on right now you want to rap about.
Man. And it's a lot, man, because I'm always watching documentaries or keeping up with events.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I've seen this, well, when the brother got killed in Dallas,
Yes.
you kind of talk about that off record. And, what you think about this situation, bro? About the police officer and...
I thought it was interesting. I mean, I think it showed a forgiveness, it showed compassion, but also you got to see the other side that a crime was committed at the same time. A life was lost unnecessarily, and so therefore I think so. Not to get lost in everything else, because again, that's great. They didn't show that level of compassion and forgiveness because hate, holds you down. Okay, that's very true. But at the same time, though, that level of, I guess, of sentences that she received, what people looked at that as, that was white privilege at its best, and so that's why I think that became an issue when people said that because, they felt like it wasn't strong enough for the crime because it was just a straight up, murder, if you will. And so, and I think that's where I think a lot of the outrage came from. But at the same time, we be angry and upset, but that's not going to move the needle forward, in that particular case. Because if you just saw a couple of days ago, a lady in Fort Worth, got killed by the cops. Somebody did a wellness check, right? And she didn't leave there well. Right. So you look at that, and so until you just see like, wow, man, it's interesting at best. Right. I'm not sure what word I could put on it. know, and some of the listeners, if you tuning in now, you can chime in and tell me if you have a word. But interesting, it's very it's a man, bro. I it's wild, man. It's very wild. Yeah. And it hits you on a lot of emotions, and you feel a lot of different ways based upon what you're taught, based upon what you know, based upon, where you live. So your emotions are going to be different. So everybody has a different justification for how they feel about that particular case.
That's right.
What do you think, man?
Yeah, I heard, I agree with you too. You know what I mean? I think sometimes, it ain't no balance. But, like, the case, Fort Worth, I don't want to speak too much on that one because I need to, do a little more research on it and get all the facts. But, I think that was kind of different, even though it's still a bad situation. I think it was kind of different, from, the other case when we was talking about earlier about Botham Jean. I think this was his name.
Yes, sir.
And I agree with you too about, I believe in forgiving and everything because that's for the person who's trying to heal. But I don't think it's a fair assessment to. I think it was just too early to know if you even forgive somebody. So how could you just say you still struggling with your with the traumatic experience,
right?
So, just to say that because people say that that's forgiveness, because those are words, right?
Yes, sir.
But how do you know that you actually have forgiven someone just because you said it and you just hugged someone?
Yeah,
that's one thing I want to address. And I have a problem with people saying forgive, but where's the accountability too? Because she never admitted she was wrong. She's still saying that she's not guilty of it. So, okay. And then the other layer about the judge, I think it's just more than white privilege. I think it's about she's the police too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when the judge came and hugged her, I was listening to Judge Lynn Tyler. She on the on one of the shows like Judge Maybelline. She's one of those judges, and she was speaking during an interview, and she was saying that that as far as her hugging a person, it was more. It was kind of like on the level of you going against. You're not supposed to do that as a professional judge, and she brought up the point of, who you don't supposed to come off that bench and hug anyone like that because that deals with, it's kind of crossing that line about your professionalism. You up there on that bench to judge the facts of the case. Now, and not just that, Sheldon. Okay, then another layer is, what if you try to hug somebody and they harm you? You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why you have a bailiff and stuff in that court, because
safety
when you make a decision on somebody's life, you don't know how they're going to react. You know what I mean? So for her to do that, that's dangerous. That's why they have them this stuff in place, and not just that. Then she offered a Bible, and Judge Lynn was saying not anything against any religion.
Right.
She was saying, what if you offer a Bible to someone that's atheist? So you're dealing with a lot of dynamics. You know what I mean? Like you crossing the line on some stuff. And then we got the other racial stuff. Because people gonna look at it like that. Say, who else have you hugged? Have you hugged anyone black? Have you hugged anyone Hispanic? That's not black. It's Hispanic. Other race. I mean, have you ever displayed this type of, forgiveness and what are you doing that anyway for?
Right.
Because they don't have nothing to do with you. So you're supposed to say bias. Not being biased in the case. That's why the jury don't do it. The judge don't supposed to do it. And the young man who did it, well, yeah, you're gonna be allowed to do that. But I think those are dynamics of that case, and I think it's more to that case, bro. But I don't think it's fair that she got 10 years. And then when you hug and do all that, they can also affect when she does go on appeal too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because all the sympathy and things that were shown. So. That's how I'm looking at that, and then it's okay. Yeah, it keeps happening, bro. Like, we going from people in their cars who African American getting shot. Now you in the comfort of your home. You see what I'm saying? So that's crazy, bro. Because that could be any one of us. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
That could be any one of us. That could have been Shelton. That could have been Brandon. That could be anybody that we know sitting in their house, not bothering anybody, and that happens. So that's my take on it. And for the solution, I mean, it's like your hands tied because, like, what all can you do to prevent this? And it keeps happening.
Right.
Sporadically, it keeps happening, and and I bring up the subject too because everybody's seen when his brother hugged the lady, and people was like, well, he made a statement. He said, this is what my brother would want. First of all, you don't know what your brother would have wanted. You know what I mean? Because he's gone, so you can't speak like that. But his mother didn't hug her. You know what I mean? His mother felt different about the situation. You see what I'm saying?
She lost
They
her
didn't
son.
show that. Yeah.
Well, she lost her son, man. At the end of the
You see
day,
what I'm
she
saying?
lost her son to at the hand of someone else. That
Right.
I didn't look at the whole case, but I don't know if
Right.
she called 911 immediately or not. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
No,
She
yeah,
called
no.
back
They
up
said
first.
that
I don't
she
know.
didn't even.
So,
They said she stopped trying to give him CPR. And that's the stuff I'm talking about.
well, see,
and
plus,
it was found out that she was a racist. You know what I mean? From her tweets, they dug all that up.
Right.
And one thing I don't like about situations like that. I hate it when, when a person die unjustly, they dig up that person past. Like, that doesn't have nothing to do with the situation.
What
You see what I'm
that
saying?
is, man, that's the media, though, man. I mean, that's
Right.
their job, though, man, to diffuse the
Right.
situation. The same way, like when a young
Right.
man gets shot by a cop, a black man gets shot by a cop.
Right.
That's what they do, bring up his criminal history. So therefore,
Right.
you don't feel as bad, as
That's
bad
right.
about what has
There you
happened
go.
to him. You don't
So-
feel, hey, he got shot, but hey, look, he
Right.
had it coming. He was a criminal.
That's right.
So I mean, what do you expect? So you kind of like
Right.
you don't feel as bad for that individual if something happens.
So-
to him,
And this is what I talk about because we always talk about situations.
Yeah.
Stuff can happen, accidents and everything. But just say even though it was, just say for sake, it was accident. She didn't use her training. These is why she got charged. This is the reasons why she got charged because she's like a trained professional. It's different if me and you came to the house and just acted off impulse, right?
Right.
Because we're not trained in those areas. So she didn't use her training.
Well, that was none
You know
at
what
all,
I'm saying?
man. I mean, how am I a threat sitting down on my chair eating ice cream?
Exactly.
How am I a threat
But
to you?
like-
What move did I make in my house
Right.
to make you believe that, oh my gosh, something's going to go down here? I'm
There
gonna
you go.
shoot him to kill.
And you
not shoot
and you
the
didn't
wound
say
because
anything.
You didn't see a gun. You didn't say.
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
There you go. And you didn't see anything. Then, ironically, the next week, Okay, because they said your training, you're supposed to call for backup because there's only one way that the person can get out of the house, right? So you're already ready for that. So if they go out the window,